A+ child.
Right, I am.
Shut the hell up. You're literally doing your career isn't only. You can't be talking. You're selling pictures of whatever. You can't be saying. All that studying was for what? For what?
Sister?
No.
Bro, why?
You're my sister. You're mean to me.
Not all the time. Bro,
I just, for legal reasons, cannot post with them right now, and I can't be with the girls right now. But just know that I am working with a really good set of lawyers and fighting, against everything.
Y'all, let's talk about influencer rebrands for a second, because nothing brings out the popcorn like watching somebody try to swap a messy party girl image for a CEO, serious entrepreneur vibe. And the latest example people are buzzing about is Camila Araujo and her big pivot away from the chaotic Bop House days. Before anyone gets twisted, everything we're chatting about here is based on public posts, interviews, and the very loud online conversation. This isn't about digging into private lives. It's about how a very public rebrand is landing with the internet. Camila first popped onto a lot of people's feeds through the Bop House. Hot of those LA creator collectives that basically lived on drama. Think late-night TikTok lives, impulsive collabs, and a comment section that thrived on who unfollowed who updates. For a while it worked. Follower counts climbed, clips went viral, and Camila's name stayed in everyone's algorithm. But that kind of high-octane, constantly online energy is impossible to maintain forever. Fans get fatigued. Sponsors start asking if the drama is worth the brand risk, and creators themselves often just burn out. Earlier this year, Camila announced that she was leaving the house and entering a new era. The message: less chaos, more business. She teased property investments, more polished photo shoots, and long-term projects that, at least on paper, sound a lot more grown-up than late-night livestream arguments. Here's where the tension starts. When you build an audience on spicy moments and unpredictable behavior, the receipts never disappear. Every snarky livestream, every impulsive subtweet, every sarcastic duet is saved somewhere on Reddit or in a fan's phone gallery. So when Camila started posting minimalist apartment tours and talking about passive income, a chunk of the audience was like, wait, we've seen you throw cake at people on camera? Are we supposed to forget that overnight? That reaction is normal. Any influencer who tries to pivot, from edgy to wholesome, from prankster to philanthropist, faces what marketers call brand dissonance. Basically, viewers feel a gap between the old story and the new one. And until that gap is addressed, skepticism rules. Scroll through TikTok stitches or Reddit threads and you'll see a pattern. People aren't necessarily angry about the rebrand. They just aren't convinced it's authentic yet. Typical comments go like, I like this new content, but it feels sudden. Or, she's clearly trying to get brand deals. Hope she's serious. Or, it's giving PR strategy more than personal growth. Notice the language. It's about vibe and credibility, not secret gossip. That's the heart of a rebrand challenge. Audiences read tiny cues like tone, captions, the way you respond to critics as evidence for or against your new image. Influencer culture runs on perceived authenticity. People follow because they think they're getting the real you. When that real you suddenly shifts, viewers wonder if they were misled. 3 big factors drive the skepticism. First, the speed of the pivot. Camila went from house drama to entrepreneur branding in what felt like a single scroll. Without a visible journey, like therapy updates, behind-the-scenes reflections, or a slow style change, it reads like a switch flipped purely for sponsorships. Second, residual reputation. Bop House content was famously messy. Even if Camila personally avoided the worst moments, she was the loudest personality in a loud group. That association lingers. Third, algorithm incentives. Everyone knows that controversy drives engagement. So when a creator suddenly claims to be over the drama, viewers suspect it's just another tactic to stir conversation. This isn't unique to Camila. We've watched similar arcs with plenty of influencers, the prank channels that rebranded to wholesome family vloggers, former reality show contestants who pivoted to wellness coaching, musicians who start as shock value rappers and later chase adult contemporary Grammys. Audiences almost always push back at first. It's the same story. Prove you've changed, don't just announce it. Publicly, Camila has checked a lot of the rebrand boxes. There's a clear visual overhaul, Cleaner color palettes, more professional photography, calmer captions. She's talking business, mentioning real estate investments and future projects beyond social media. She's picking collaborations carefully, leaning into lifestyle brands rather than the late-night livestream crowd. These are smart steps. They tell advertisers she's serious about being a long-term player, not just a viral moment. But the internet is a detail-oriented place, and a few things make the pivot feel rough. There's no multi-part why I'm changing story, just an abrupt new aesthetic. Viewers like transformation arcs. They want to see the process. Pretending the Bop House era didn't happen invites people to bring it up for you. A single thoughtful video reflecting on lessons learned could calm a lot of skeptics. And deleting questions or replying with sarcasm can read as defensiveness. When you're rebranding, transparency beats clapbacks every time. Influencer careers are still young as an industry, but we've already seen how hard it is to age gracefully online. Audiences grow up, advertisers demand stability, and creators themselves change. Rebranding isn't a luxury. It's survival. Camila's story, regardless of how anyone feels about her, personally, is a textbook example of that tension. The need to evolve versus the internet's permanent memory. Here's what viewers and creators alike can take away. Receipts never expire. If you've gone viral for wild behavior, expect it to resurface the moment you pivot. Authenticity needs receipts too. Show the work, therapy, education, behind-the-scenes struggles. Otherwise, people assume the rebrand is marketing. Audiences forgive growth when it's gradual and transparent. The creators who last a decade online are the ones who narrate their change instead of springing it overnight. So, is Camila Araujo's rebrand failing? It's early to call it that. What we're seeing is the natural friction between a creator ready to move on and an audience that still remembers the old content. Some fans are rooting for her success. Others are waiting for a slip-up. That's the deal when you live on social media. Your past and present run side by side on every For You page. Whatever happens next, her pivot is a masterclass in how tricky online reinvention can be. And honestly, watching the internet debate every move might end up being the real show.